4 days after the shootings at South Carolina State University, shootings that left one person dead and another wounded, investigators with SLED now say their investigation is still ongoing.
News 19's Kiki Gushu spoke with a criminal defense attorney about why information is limited and how investigators balance transparency with protecting the ongoing case.
South Carolina Law Enforcement Division continues to search for who was responsible for Saturday night's shooting outside Eugenie Suites. Criminal defense attorney Jack Swirling has no connection to the case, but is familiar with law enforcement protocols. He says at this stage, investigators are likely focused on identifying a suspect, and that's why we haven't heard many updates.
It sounds to me like they don't have a specific identification or a person in mind. They are probably still actively involved in the investigation, trying to narrow down who the suspects may be. They want to kind of keep a lot of that information to themselves so that they can, when they interview a suspect, they're getting not anything that was in the media, but they're getting it from the suspect himself.
Swirling says investigators may be interviewing students and witnesses privately, but avoiding broad public releases that could affect the case.
But I do think that what they're probably doing is they're probably interviewing everybody they can on the campus who may have, whether that person was there before or after or during, and try and narrow down who the suspects may be.
Swirling says even though investigators haven't confirmed whether a suspect is at large, it's likely the case.
The public would want to know that there is somebody out there who may be armed and dangerous. Obviously they don't want to create a panic, but the fact that there is somebody out there armed and dangerous is probably, information the public should have.
Many students witnessed the horrific scene and some had their phones out, but few videos have been released. Swirling says the school and enforcement are allowed to ask for those to stay offline.
And they may not want that information disseminated, the videos, because it may tip off the suspect. I think it's legitimate to ask the public, not to go ahead and share those videos.
Swirling says the priority now is letting the investigators do their job, even if that means waiting for answers.
You have the public interest, plus you have the law enforcement interest, and sometimes they're competing. It's more important to get the suspect than to get the information.
Kiki Gushu, News 19, WLTX.
Well, we have been contacting SLED daily for updates on the case. They say the investigation is active and ongoing.